You do not have to convince anyone to buy from you if they already desire what you have. Let's analyze this DM conversation because I know for a fact that you are still second guessing what to say in the DMs. So I had a woman founder reach out to me. She told me she was super interested in what I did. She seemed very excited to get started. So we had a conversation and here's how it went. Just like any other DM conversation, I ran through my 3-for-3 method and we started with empowered messaging. So the first part of the conversation is all about empowered messaging. And what that means is that you are giving them clear choice and inviting ownership over the actual outcome, meaning that this is their decision. These type of empowered messages are giving them full awareness of inaction, all while letting them know that they still have the final say. Second part of this conversation is all about embodiment. This is really embodying your claim to fame, that authority. What are you anchoring in this conversation? So these messages are validating what's real and what's not. You are reflecting their words back to them, holding up a mirror, all while giving them clarity and confirmation that, hey, this is what's going on. Your language in these conversations are really make or break. It's super important for you to use clear communication. Your words really do matter because your language has to be processed on the other side of that conversation, addressing their internal hesitation. And you really want to do that without judgment or pressure. The last part of this conversation is all about expansion, extending this conversation into one of your offers. You frame the cost as consequence, not price. And you want to position your offer as a solution. There is a bridge. You are taking them from stuck to sold. You want to make sure they're embodying that transformation to make the next step feel inevitable. Like, of course I will sign up. Of course we will work together. It all makes sense. So a quick recap of this method. We started off with empowered messaging. We are basically giving them full on control over the outcome by clarifying any other stakes or any other hesitation or doubts that they may have. Then there was embodiment. We were embodying that claim to fame, what we're all about, our authority, really anchoring ourselves in that solution by reflecting back to them, being a mirror for them and making sure there is alignment in their identity and the offer. Lastly, we extended this conversation into a commitment. So we reframed that doubt, hesitation, that resistance, those limiting beliefs, bridged the gap and offered a solution, gave them opportunity to make a decision to move forward. And then lastly, we just wrapped up with my 10-minute close framework, dropping the value, dropping the offer, dropping the details, all of that within this framework. She said, yes, we can start on Monday, send her the link, blase, blase, and we're done. So you might be thinking, okay, cool, but how long do these conversations normally last? And honestly, it does vary. Every buyer buys differently. Buyer psychology, there are 4 different buyer types. We got analytical, driver, amiable, and expressive. Everyone doesn't buy the same way. And 9 times out of 10, you're dealing with a buyer type that is a duo, meaning that they are 2 different buyer types. And you have to be able to really do that dance between emotion and logic in the DMs and sales in general, whether you're booking calls or not. That's just something that you really have to be mindful of. So I've had conversations that lasted 10 minutes. I have conversations that lasted 2 minutes. Like, hey, I don't really need a conversation. I'm just going to go ahead and apply right now. I'm like, cool, go ahead and do that. I will send you the information, blah, blah, blah. Or it could be lasting, 2-3 hours throughout the day. That's the beauty of DM sales.